So there is a new best zone inside of Fish for grinding money. This has been proven, and I'll be showing you the charts and all that later in the video. But this spot has been buffed, and it is a tremendous buff. It's going to allow us to make millions and millions more on average. Now, I will also show you a way to optimize your setup to make this even more overpowered. But first things first is the current meta. I'll explain that in a second, is going to be, as always, Castaway Cliffs. Now, the rod you use is very tremendously important. So if you're using some rod like the Ralphix or Fabulous or, Ruinous Oath rods like that, these are going to be very important. But I do know the Moss Ripper, I believe is what it's called, is really good as well for grinding in general. So as a quick note though, and today might just be your lucky day, but if you're watching this video within 1 week of it coming out, then you will actually be able to enter into my Ralphix set giveaway. I'm going to be giving away every single fish for this. And to enter, all you need to do is go down and click that hype button and then hype this video, and then go and comment your Roblox username down below. But once again, hype this video, comment your Roblox username, and that will enter you into the Ralphix giveaway. And I'm going to be giving this away to multiple people. But anyways, all we are going to do for the first spots is figure out which situation you can work with best. So for me, currently, I can run Auroras relatively consistently. I can work with other people who will run Auroras for me. But another thing is I can also run nukes, because I have a few of those. If I'm grinding like hardcore for an hour or something, I can run nukes. So I have a few atomic nukes, I have a few normal nukes, and a cursed nuke, which I mean is the exact same. So you can actually use these methods. But the first spot we're going to be going to is going to be the usual, which is Castaway Cliffs. Now, this isn't the buff spot, but I'm explaining why this one might actually be better than the buff spot. So you're going to come here, right? Now, this place is pretty good if you can run Auroras consistently, but the downside is obviously Auroras are pricey now. But one of the main things you can do is join into public servers and server hop till you find one with an Aurora, because most likely if there's one with an Aurora, then that means most likely a hacker activated the Aurora. Now, what this means is if a hacker's activating the Aurora, most likely he's AFKing it, whatever is AFKing, meaning there will be Auroras potentially always active in that server. So you can be in that server for hours and consistently have Auroras. So I'd recommend server hopping public servers just like that. And the next is going to be while you are fishing here. Now, while we are here though, what we're going to do is the normal fishing strat. And I would recommend while you are here though, make sure you do buy Merlin's Luck, since that's going to make it really helpful. But another thing to note is when you're fishing here. So Scallop Tamer and the gold whatever shark, these both prefer the same bait, which is going to be fish head bait. So make sure you use fish head bait while you're fishing here, and just note that in general. So that's going to boost your chances by a lot, but I'd recommend fishing here with those two things in mind. Now, the next spot that is actually really overpowered, this might actually, I think, be better than the Castaway Cliffs in some scenarios, depending on both just luck in general and then what rods you can use and what type of event you can be fishing under. So this is going to be actually a secret spot in the new cultist lair. So I'm going to head on over there real quick. Now in here, this zone right here is going to be the Sanctum. This spot is where the Leviathan spawns in, and is actually tremendously better than Castaway Cliffs in some scenarios for fishing. And this is where, the money methods are actually low-key kind of decent. I would recommend fishing here though in a few situations, especially if you cannot run Auroras consistently, but nonetheless, it is still good even with Auroras. So I would recommend fishing here. Now, the new spot that has been buffed tremendously is going to be none other than the Luminescent Cavern, and I'll explain the best way to fish here and why it's been buffed. So down here in Luminescent Cavern, the spot we're actually going to be fishing is going to be where the Colossal Blue Dragon can spawn in. So you're just going to fish and off into this section. The reason for it is you can also do the water glitch, right, where you walk into the water and bounce out to keep yourself from, fishing and all that. And you can use that spot here, obviously, until the glitch is patched. But you're pretty much going to sit in farm in here. I'd recommend using your radar in case you actually miss the zone. But while you're in here, the reason why this was buffed was actually really simple reason, mainly being that the entire system, if you're fishing here, right, you catch stalactites, it's really just that, stalactites all the time. They made it where it's actually way more common to catch other fish besides just stalactites. So it's actually way better for grinding money now. Because, a lot of the fish in this zone are actually tremendously higher in value than, say, Castaway Cliffs, but the only issue is that you catch stalactites like 75% of the time. So fishing in here is now the new meta, and this is better than Crimson Caverns. I have tested that because most of the fish in there are lower rarity than in here, for consistency at least. So you're going to want to fish in here. But as you can see right here, this is the current value list we are looking at on around the potential money earned per hour. So as you see, Crimson Cavern, Castaway Cliffs, and then Luminescent Cavern pulling in nearly double all the other ones. But for the most part, that is pretty much it for this video. If this helped you out, make sure to leave a like. And this is the new strategy. If you have any other questions, make sure to leave a comment